it makes it possible. It gives you hope, it gives you inspiration versus being stuck in the present where you are right now when you're dealing with pain and all these negative thoughts, wondering if you're ever going to get better, if the pain's ever going to go away. Really, it just opens up the door to a whole new future and it makes it possible. Lo and behold, a year after getting out of the hospital, I was standing on top of a mountain in Hawaii, feeling like I just conquered the world. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Miguel here from CFS Recovery. In this video, I want to talk about 3 ways visualization will help you recover. Now, when it comes to visualization, a lot of people have tried it or they've heard about it and it didn't work or it wasn't their cup of tea. And visualization, it's hard for some people because they're not visual people. For me, it really worked because I was a very visual person. But at the same time, I think there's just so many things you could do within visualization, within that, form of meditation or practice. It's hard to figure out what works. And a lot of times visualization, it takes time for you to really pick it up. But once you do pick it up and you're able to visualize things a lot better, it becomes easier and easier and it becomes more and more powerful. Number 1, we're going to talk about brain retraining for chronic pain. And the exercise that I use and that I teach people on this channel is very simple, and it has to do with visualization. Some people find it very hard, but essentially when you are visualizing these pain centers in your brain expanding, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then go ahead and click this video right here where I talk about how to do the brain retraining for chronic pain. But essentially when you're imagining these pain centers in your brain expanding and then you're imagining them contracting and you're associating that with the increase and decrease of pain, it teaches your brain that it actually has some control over what's going on in your body. And I don't know the exact science behind it. All I know is it works, and it's a way of retraining the brain and retraining the pain centers to calm down. And it worked for me. So I was having lots of burning sensations, headaches, nausea, ringing in my ears, heart palpitations. There's like over 50 symptoms. I can't even remember all of them. But essentially with the brain retraining, all that chronic pain went away. And the amount of chronic pain that I had, it was to the point where I could not even roll over in bed sometimes, actually a lot of the time. With the brain retraining, within a couple of years, I had 0 pain whatsoever. 0 chronic pain. Of course, if I stubbed my toe, I would feel pain because that's acute pain. But when it comes to chronic lingering pain that does not go away and that is just kind of really annoying to deal with, all of that went away with the brain retraining and having the right habits. So visualization, brain retraining is absolutely huge for getting rid of symptoms. Number 2 is visualizing the future. Now, when you have this vision of an ideal future and it's so crystal clear and you feel like you're there and you can almost taste and touch and feel the sensations of you actually being there, when you're able to visualize at that level, it opens the door to a possibility of that future. It makes it possible. It gives you hope. It gives you inspiration versus being stuck in the present where you are right now when you're dealing with pain and all these negative thoughts and wondering if you're ever going to get better, if the pain's ever going to go away. You're able to transport yourself to a different time and place in your mind where you can experience those things. Really, it just opens up the door to a whole new future and it makes it possible. And that's what I did when I was sick. And lo and behold, a year after getting out of the hospital, I was standing on top of a mountain in Hawaii, feeling like I just conquered the world. When at the time I was thinking of all that stuff, it was literally impossible. Like, I can even imagine walking to the washroom by myself, let alone climbing a mountain in one of my favorite places in the world, Hawaii. But visualization opens up a door to a whole nother world. It opens up a door to a better future. And that ties into the 3rd and last point, which is your brain doesn't know the difference between thoughts and reality. When you play this image in your mind of things happening and what's happening right in front of you, a lot of times your brain, it can't tell what's real, what's not. Obviously it knows your thoughts are your thoughts and your reality is your reality, but when it comes to what it sees, it's the same pictures. That's why what we focus on becomes our reality. When people are constantly focused on things that could go wrong, things tend to go wrong. When people are focused on things that could go right and things that are great in their life, then it just seems to be that more great things happen. And so what story are you telling yourself? What picture, what movie are you playing in your mind every single day? And that's something you really have to think about, especially when you're stuck at home and you're going through all of this. Because I know for me, for 4 years, the movie that I was playing in my mind was, I'm fragile, I'm very sick, I could die at any moment, I don't trust my body at all. And I was replaying all those times I went to the hospital, all those times I couldn't get out of bed. I was reliving those experiences all over again. And every time I would relive it in my mind, it felt so real, and it just reinforced those symptoms. So shifting our thoughts from negative to positive. It's not like you're gonna have zero negative thoughts and it's gonna be all positive. No, the idea is that you wanna have more positive thoughts than negative. And even just getting to that level where, you know, you're having even some positive thoughts can be very hard if you're in a deep dark hole right now. For me, it was very hard to think of positive things. I really had to force myself. But the more I thought about it and the more, you know, I applied what I teach on this channel and the more I visualized for a better future, the more I focused on an exciting future versus a future of pain and restraint and, you know, limitation and symptoms and not being able to do stuff. The more I focused on a brighter future, you know, the easier it was to deal with symptoms, the easier it was to get through the day, the easier it was to actually, you know, take it step by step in my recovery and move towards that place of thriving health. So those are 3 ways that visualization can help you recover. And, you know, I think it's absolutely huge. I think it's a very powerful tool to have in your arsenal to be able to, you know, go to a different place in your mind. But if you haven't already, you know, watch that brain retraining video and all the videos on my channel. Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of videos on my channel that talk about visualization. But if you wanted to join our community of thrivers, it's a group of people who are trying to get better, who want to get better, who are ready to get better is the biggest thing. Click the link below, join our private Facebook community of thrivers. It's a group of people who have all come together for one cause, and that's to move towards a future of thriving health. And so if that sounds like you, if that's something you want to be a part of, if that's a movement you want to join, then make sure to click the link below. Apply to join a private Facebook group. It's absolutely free. And every now and then we do live Q&A sessions, so it can be very interactive as well. So if you like this video, you got some value out of it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And if you have any questions or you want me to expand on certain things, just put them in the comments below. I literally read every single comment every day, and I try to respond to as many as I can and make sure your guys' voices are heard. So go ahead and click that link below. And remember, you are just one mind shift away from living a life of thriving health. I'll see you guys in the next video.